So we've got a number of players here from Asia, we've got a number of players from Japan, we've got a number of our own reporters out on the field. Bruce Young, you're down there.
Phil, one of the real features of this event is the close association the New Zealand Open has developed with the Japan Golf Tour. In fact, the leading world-ranked player in this week's field is Chan Kim. Admittedly, he's an American, but he is a successful player on the Japan Tour, so much so that he won the Japan Open last year. 11 of the leading 20 players in last year's money list in Japan are here this week, further highlighting the importance of the association tournament organisers are developing.
Slope to the left of the screen, and it's cut short, fairway length, so he can utilise that if the breeze is out of the left. As we've seen with the breeze flicking around, without that option, he's going to have to just aim left of the hole.
In actual fact, Greg, the breeze is coming off the left, so it's a bit of a grassy line. 147 metres, you'd think he'd be taking left of the edge of the green and let that contour do the work. Come up just a touch short, but overall not too bad.
You can play from there. On the wrong side, Ryan Fox.
Yeah, just 129 metres, drove it down to the end of what is essentially a peninsula. There's a creek just 10 or 12 metres ahead of him. He's got a shot of 129, and again, the breeze off the left, maybe a little bit hurting. It seems to be switching around between the west and the south over the last few minutes, and as I look at the flagstick, it seems to be going the other way, but it's part of the confusion of the day.
The game's hard enough without the wind turning 180 degrees on you while you're over the ball.
It's done it a few times today. Just talking to Steve, we'll listen in.
That's where it was on the tee right now. It's 128 playing 135 right this second. I got wet, just a punch. I had a little long.
You heard him saying it's playing 135. It's actually his yardage was 128 metres, playing 135, and that is because of the touch uphill that it is from the lower level down on the fairway, and this bit of breeze. He was probably factoring in a few metres difference.
No, there's no hurry. I mean, those guys up there on the green, it's not like you're walking around the area right here.
Ryan likes to play pretty quickly most of the time, but just taking the time to get absolutely settled with this one. One over par. Something special over these last few holes to be around for tomorrow.
That hit an absolute wall of wind when it got up over the bunker, and it's dropped down into that front right bunker. You described it beautifully just a few minutes ago, Ewan. The changing nature of this wind here. We've just played 17. It was screaming downwind. I'm down by the green here on 18. It feels like it's into us here, so this must be very confusing for them back on the tee. 156 or so metres downhill, but your guess is as good as mine as to where the wind is.
When you've got a green surrounded with trouble like this, you really, it's not a long hole. You just got to make a committed swing. But boy, it's hard to commit when you don't know where the wind's from. You can see Coronet Peak behind there, just the dust blowing. And look at this flag.
I think a more than acceptable result.
Yes, and really one last throw of the dice for Ryan, and you've described it so well. It's been a disappointing day for him. No doubt desperate to perform well in front of home fans and put himself into contention to win his national title. There's nothing like that a player likes more to win his own championship, but it's not to be this year for him.
He was the leader last night. slept on the lead. He's going to sleep on the lead again tonight. And after he signed his scorecard, he was kind enough to tell us all about it.
Well, Tom, rounds of 64 and 68, you lead the New Zealand Open. Tell us your thoughts about the day.
Yeah, I played really well. Obviously, the wind made it really difficult, but I stuck to my game plan. I played really well. Gave myself a good position for the weekend, and I'm looking forward to it.
Your first time to this part of the world. Your thoughts about Queenstown and the area?
It's absolutely beautiful. Obviously, I've heard a lot of good stories about it, and to actually see it for myself is very breathtaking. Every time I play golf, you hit a bad shot, you look into the mountains, and you completely forget about it.
So you're 17, but you've already won on the Asian Tour. So being in contention is not something new to you.
But obviously it's only the third round, so I can't really be too excited about it. You still got 36 holes to go in a very tough field on a very tough course. So just gotta keep my head down and just stick to the game plan and try to play the best that I can.
Well, great start, Tom. All the best for the weekend. We look forward to seeing how things go over the final 36 holes for you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to Bruce Young and to Jin Yong Kim.